What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Detox Proxy. We are going on a little camping trip today. I haven't really planned for this trip. I just saw that the weather was going to be really nice, and I'm kind of waiting on a phone call from a friend to get started with work. And even though the temperatures are going to stay a little bit lower here, out towards Terrace, temperatures are going to be really nice tomorrow. So it's supposed to be really sunny the rest of the day, so it'll give me a nice drive out there and chance to set up in the sun. And then tomorrow should have a really nice day out there. So yeah, I've never been out this way before. It's the first time. I kind of spotted on the map and marked it on GPS which way I'm going, so I'm just gonna have to get out there and see what it's all about. So I just got into Terrace, just got some fuel, and I'm looking over here. It's looking pretty dark and gloomy. A lot more sunshine over here, and we're kind of headed more into that direction. I don't know. Yeah, I hope the weather didn't really like screw me over here and lie to me. Well, I've just come off the highway, and this is what they call the Copper River Fire Service Road, I believe. And it's really nice. The sun's come back out, so it's actually starting to warm up a little bit. Okay, that's kind of nice. You actually got a sign here. Notice a public traveler. This road is a logging road that may be used by public at their own risk. Road is single lane. All industrial traffic on this road is radio equipped. The logging truck drivers do not know where you are. Loaded logging vehicles cannot back up for you. Oncoming traffic sections of narrow road, blind curves and hills, steep gradients, single lane bridges, avalanche and rockfall areas. Please drive carefully and have a safe trip. And another reason that I've kind of come down this way is this is the road to get to the Telqua Pass, and it's a passageway through the mountains that's, you know, not as well taken as one of these roads is, and it's something I'd like to try and get the Subaru to go through. I'm going to plan it for the end of this summer. I'd really like someone to go with me, but if I have to go at it alone, I may just end up doing that. Another 5 to 10 minutes down the road or so, and kind of opens up to the river here. And there's the waterfall. All right, so probably about half an hour, maybe a little bit long, maybe 45 minutes down the actual road, I've gotten to the first site called Salmon Run Recreation Site. Coming in, there was one logging truck, and probably that was the fourth truck that just pulled out, and I think they're probably just the guys that actually working in here, you know, maybe doing some of the logging or whatnot. And you know, it's getting closer to the time of day where they'd be clearing out. I'm getting out here really late. It's like 3:30 already at least. And also on the way in, I had like a rabbit or a hare get out in front of the forester and kind of keep pace with the forester for about 20 seconds. And then I hit one corner, and there was actually the ass end of a black bear right in the road. And as soon as I kind of came around the corner, he caught my attention and went down into the woods. There's definitely bears out here, I know that, but obviously they're active. So just a very short drive down the trail off the fire service road, and it starts to open up. Got your toilets there. And signboard over here. Here's the first campsite. Second site is right here. So a little nicer view from this point. Might be a little difficult for this camera to see, but the fog just rolling down over the mountains over on the other side there. It's a little bit cloudy right now. The sun's been breaking through here and there. And of course, the rain comes on and off, little spits of it, just because we're in a valley here. And as those clouds breaking over the mountains, that's what they tend to do. And a third campsite over here, kind of away from the view of anything. And then whether this is like one or two campsites, it's a little trail going down to the water, just kind of over here. But this is where I'm gonna set up. And then I did notice that they kind of put these rocks over here to block vehicles from going in, and there was a little work sign out in the front there. And as I walked in a little bit further just to kind of check out things to begin with, I noticed that they're building this into a whole secondary area with more campsites, and it's all just been freshly groomed. So there's a second one there. I'm thinking probably a third one up in there. Got a little space to turn around with your trailer if you need to. Another one here. And then one last one right here. And this is where I found some nice dry firewood. Oh yeah. Take one of those, one of these. So I did actually contemplate leaving this spot and going further down to the Harvey Recreation Site, just because, you know, it's there. It's only maybe 15-20 minutes down that service road as far as I could tell. You know, I'm already here. I've already got some firewood. It's late in the day. Might as well. I haven't eaten, to be honest with you, is one of the other things. I just had a banana, just trying to fill my gut. But I'm thinking I'll just set up here. I gotta try and find a bit of a level spot to set up the Forester. There isn't a soul here now, and I know there isn't anyone coming out at this point in the day. Now watch, I say that and someone will come driving in. Fuck. I got a meal in my stomach and took care of the immediate threat anyway. I'm probably gonna have to, you know, eat in a few hours just because that was my first meal of the day. And it started raining, so I just decided to quickly put up the tarp here, just, you know, just in case it starts coming down a little bit heavier than it was. I mean, it was complete gray clouds all around me, and now it's just nothing but blue skies. So the weather, I mean, is changing here every 10 minutes. And now you can actually see the mountains over there again. And I didn't bother putting on the rear tent this time, just because I'm planning on going to that next spot in the morning. So I'll kind of pack up first thing. And putting up the tarp, that only takes me like 5 minutes to put up, if that. Sun's come back out. I'm kind of surprised that it's hitting me as hard as it is right now, because it was just so dark and gloomy and raining like 20 minutes ago. Maybe we'll take a walk down to the water here. And I don't think the camera will pick them up, but there's a bunch of minnows kind of just trying to fight the current. I kind of spooked them out of their little spot. No, I don't think they're gonna make it back. Now I could tell this was a really nice spot just from the map and kind of the pictures that were taken. But to come in here and, you know, see that they're expanding and everything, you know, this could be a spot I would actually come back to for sure. All right, that's not gonna work. I use gasoline. And as you can see, it's like 40 minutes later, and that's how much the weather's changed here. I do have a good start on this fire though. It's gonna fight against this little bit of rain that we're getting. Now I was just thinking, when I'm at home and I'm looking for these locations on the map, and I make the decision to kind of, oh yeah, I'd like to go there, I often contemplate actually leaving the house and coming all the way out here. You know, it's quite a distance to come and a lot of time to spend, and I just think to myself, you know, I should get back in the garage and work on that other car, or, you know, do bunch of yard work that I need to get done. But then when I get out here, all of that just disappears. I know that I've made the right choice on actually like packing up and getting out here to camp. And not just this time. Every single time it happens, every time that I get out to these locations, rain or shine, I absolutely love it. So the sun's just come past the clouds long enough that, well, it's especially sitting next to the fire, it's actually warmed up quite a bit out here, and I had to take my hoodie off. It's kind of given me an idea of what it's going to be like here tomorrow. So the temperature's supposed to come up to like 21, 22 degrees. And comparing to what Prince Rupert's going to be tomorrow, it's only an hour and a half down the highway, but it's going to be like, you know, half the temperature, like 11, 12 degrees out there. So I'm really glad that I did come out this way. Looking forward to hitting that other recreation site tomorrow to check it out and get an idea what it's like. And that way I can kind of hit both of them and figure out which is the better of the two, or if they're expanding the other one as well. It was really nice to see that here. But I'm just sitting next to the fire here, and I just got those 2 large logs in, and I just keep on sticking more of this brush in between them, and that keeps them nice and hot. Probably those will last me the rest of the night, and I'm probably not going to stay up too late tonight. I just kind of wanted to see what time it is. It's almost 8 o'clock. That sun's probably going to be up for another hour or so, maybe till 9. And then, I mean, it goes over that mountain. It's going to get really dark and really cold really fast. Keep this fire nice and hot and head to bed early. It's 10:30. It's getting pretty late. The sun's definitely gone down, as you can kind of see, and the fire's going pretty good. Those 2 big logs that I threw in, they've lasted pretty much this whole time. Just the first one is starting to burn out, and the second one is, you know, it's definitely over halfway through, and I just keep on force feeding all this brush into it, and it's burning nice and hot and kicking off a lot of heat. I'll probably sit out here for another half an hour, 40 minutes or so. Well, I'm all situated in bed. I am not going to bother watching anything on the tablet. I'm just going to shut the light off and fall asleep. And I will see you first thing in the morning. Well, it's morning. It's just coming up on 8 o'clock. I had a rough sleep. I'm not exactly sure why. I just kept on waking up. But this morning, I don't have any of my window shades up, and the sun is beating in the back window here so hard that I'm literally blind. I can barely get my eyes open just to see the cameras pointed at me. It's gonna take me a good 15 minutes to adjust, I think. All right, so it's like almost 9:30. I ended up falling back asleep, and I cracked the windows to let just a nice little breeze to come through, just a tiny bit, and get some of the condensation to come out. And the sun's hitting so hard now that it's really starting to warm up in here fast. So it's time for me to get up, get some breakfast, and get a move on. Well, I'm definitely awake now, there's no doubt about that. I was gonna sit here long enough and have a coffee, but I'm just thinking the other site is relatively close. I might as well try and head there now and get set up. This was a really nice spot. I may very well come back here. At least I know it's there's at least like 8 campsites down in here. So if I come down this way again, this is like the first option. Yeah, I'm just literally gonna pack up and we are going to head to the next site. But to give myself a little break on the editing and kind of split things up, I'm gonna end this video here. And you guys are going to have to wait probably a week or so for the next video to pop up. If you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, leave your questions and comments, and I'll see you the next time.